Hi, it's Steve. Today we will be canning up a whole bunch of asparagus. Look at these guys. It is a little early for the season, but we got them on sale, and there's more than just des avocado de Mexico that are ready this time of the year. They make some fine asparagus too. All right, we'll get right at it. Super easy, super fast. Alrighty, so here we are. I've got a couple of jars done already, and I forgot to push the start button when I started the video, but that's okay. This is really easy. This job is particularly easy if you have the wide mouth jars. All right, we'll do this by stuffing as many as we can into a jar head first without smashing them and breaking them, and then you can actually get a surprising amount. And this way too, there's next to no waste. Rather than snip and clip and bend, they've all been washed. They've all been pre-snipped. Isabel took care of that. And then it's just to jam these guys in. So out of one jar, like this, these pint-sized jars, they can fill up a total of 3, because there's one jar that we're using that's going to be used strictly for the spearheads, so they're like really super aesthetically pleasing, and like they're ready for Martha Stewart or something like this. And then the other ones are going to be all just cut, like, so it's just going to be stems, not the actual heads. And then all of the leftover bits and pieces, everything is going to be just chopped up into little bits and pieces, so as that they can still just be pulled out and eaten as such, thrown into soup or stew or what have you. All right. So I'm going to do this one jar anyways with you guys. And it's just to get them all in. Everybody's got to make room. There's always room for one more. And it's without getting them all smashed up and bent and broken, because I guess that's the point of this exercise. All right. So there was a whole bunch of, I'm sure there are all sorts of fun facts about asparagus. Of course, everybody knows that one where, it's that enzyme that when you go tinkle, it makes your tinkle smell kind of funny. But it's not everybody that produces that enzyme to do that. And nor is it everybody that produces that, or rather that has the ability to smell that enzymatic reaction. So either you do or you don't. And it's pretty quick acting too. So here we have, just so you know, a good gang of asparagus stuffed in here. Now you're going to ask yourself, well, geez, what's he going to do? The lid's not going to fit on there. No, it's not. So what we're going to do is we're just going to back up all of the asparagus we have jammed in there about an inch, because that's about the amount of room that's required for headspace. And we get our handy dandy knife and we go chop. Look at that. Fits like a glove, just like it was meant to be. Okay. And then what we do is we grab another jar, and all of the other ends, they go in the same way, just as such, everybody in. This may take a little bit of manipulation, but they'll all get in there. And if they don't, it doesn't matter, because, well, these guys were a little bit thicker. They're at the base. They're just a wee little bit thicker. And then it's the same story. We just pull them out about an inch. See the way they're all in there still? And we have all of this still to chop up and play with. So we'll pull them out just a wee little bit, or rather about an inch, because that's what the USDA requires us to do. They say about 1 inch of headspace, and we go chop. And again, look at that. Super fantastic. Headspace is just exactly where you want it. The jar's full. Can't get much fuller than that. All right. And then what we do is there's still some that, even though they were cleaned, like you can kind of tell they're a little woody. So we're just going to chop them up into manageable pieces, and then we'll sift through them as we have to. And I think that'll be just fine. This guy we're going to put out. Like you can just see it. That's going to be out. And that's okay. And that's good. Out. All right. And then so all of these guys, okay, into the jar. Into the jar. Into the jar. All the same. Into the jar, into the jar, into the jar. And then we've got these guys to deal with. We'll chop these guys up real quick like, and put them in the jar. And you will see that that's that. It's really not difficult. Super fast, easy job. All right, we'll make a little sorting here. This out. You can just tell by the way they look that they're going to be really super fibrous and woody. And there. And this guy, oh, look at that. Even for the size of it, it's still nice. All right. Full for about 1 inch headspace. And look at that. So with just one, this has got a little too much in here. We can transfer some to here. With that one little bundle of asparagus, we managed to do 3 jars. Whoops, here we are. One with just the spears, right? One with just stems, and then all the itty bitties, all the leftover pieces that are just chopped up. All right, I'm going to finish chopping all of the rest of these up and getting them into the jars where they're supposed to be, and then we'll come back when it's the next step. All right. All right, so we got these guys all chopped up. It worked out fantastically. It made us 17 jars. We ate a whole bunch of it, and as well, we wound up getting, it was 12 packages altogether. Gave us these 17 jars. So that's great. Now, what we're going to do is add our hot water just until we're at that 1 inch headspace. We like these asparagus. It's hard to come by, well, good ones anyways, unless it's the ones that you can get canned, but they're like really dear in the store. They're the Malord variety. They sell all sorts of other stuff too. These things, they are in the same family, distant relatives of onions, garlic, that type of thing. Another something else too is like the roots on these. If ever you've accidentally run through your asparagus patch by accident with the rototiller, you might as well just put out like a great big pile of baler's twine or something. It's about the same results. The roots on these guys, for fun one time too, I wound up having to dig out a bunch, and it can make roots that will go about 20 feet deep. Big super root system. And they'll last years and years and years and years and years. It's kind of neat too, is to see sometimes like in orchards and stuff like that, older orchards, you'll see wild asparagus pushing. It's wild. It was probably cultivated at some point in time, and then it was forgotten about, or again, somebody tried moving it around and a little lump got put somewhere or moved accidentally. And I'm just going to do this the old-fashioned way, I think, if I can. And then it just starts growing, and it's neat to see when it turns all ferny in the fall. I think I might even need more water. I think it gave us a little more than I was expecting, honestly. Anyway, these turned out really, really nice. I'm really, really happy, and this is going to serve us for a while. I'm going to finish doing this. No, I'm not going to need more water. This is going to turn out just perfectly. I'm going to have to bubble them or debubble them if you wish. I'll grab my pokey jabber thing and give everybody a good jostling. I think we're not looking too bad. You might need more. Well, even though there's no grease or sugar with these things, it's still a good idea to give everything a wiping. Actually, we're not even going to use that thing. We'll just give them a jostling like that. It's hot. This guy's too much. I'll put him there for now. We ate a whole bunch for supper. We're even going to send some to school with the kids. It's funny that we get the reports back. Sometimes when we do this kind of thing, we'll send like asparagus. We're going to send a bunch of raw asparagus spears to school with the kids tomorrow. And it's going to be a surprise for them when they open up their lunch boxes at their tables. And we know we're going to get reports back. Why do you do this to us? So it's always entertaining. We don't do it on purpose to embarrass them. But again, on occasion, what happens is like one of the kids' friends, if they have a friend get dropped off by a parent or whatever, the parents will say, oh, like they'll start questioning us and quizzing us about where did you get this or why did you do that, or say, we're honest. We say, well, it's nutritious, it's good. It was, a little extra that we couldn't really deal with. Just like when you send yourself or any other child or anything off to school with leftovers, it's the same thing. Now I've lost my vinegar thing here. There it is. Again, we wipe it, even though there's not going to be any goo or muck or anything like that. We're just going to do this just the same. It's good to go through the paces. This guy could use just a little more water, I think. Yeah. So, like I said, 17 jars is a fair bunch of asparagus. Again, it was on sale this week. We saw it by accident. So, geez, pick up a whole bunch. Because again, we knew we were kind of running short. All the lids here. Hold on 2 seconds. These are all cleaned. Get that factory funk off of them. Anyways, I will finish doing this. These guys actually, because these are in pint-sized jars, they don't take awfully long to can. You saw the process of cutting them. That took no time. You jam them in the jar so they're in there as tightly as possible. Oh, I'm missing a few lids. I'll start doing that. I need 2 more. Give me 2 seconds. There. Again, same story. Put them on just so, and then just a little, just to say. Just to say. And they're on, and then just to say. And on we go. Anyways, I'll get these guys off to where they have to go, which is the canner, which is heating up. Okay. I'll take them out once they're done, and I'll show you that end result. So again, this and this and this is what we wound up with. These are all the little bits and pieces. Really nice. They look magnified in their new home. And again, the spears over here and the stems over here. They're really, really, really nice looking. All right. Anyways, I'm going to finish this up, get them where they have to go, and we'll be back when they come out, okay? All right, so this thing is depressurized all by itself again. It's been sitting for a few moments. We will gently remove the lid. We'll take this off just to, that's the little wiggler doo-doo. We'll open it gently and carefully. We open it away from our face so we don't wind up getting blasted in the face with a bunch of steam. Oof. We'll remove this over by the sink. And there's all sorts of excitement happening in here. Everybody looks pretty good. So we'll start by taking them out. They look nice. I have to be careful because it's like they want to. The little bits and pieces, I'll show you that in a second a little closer. They look like green beans almost. Oh, I don't want to stick my hand in there. That's rootin' tootin' hot. We'll pull this guy up gently. If it sounds like there's all sorts of big crunching and smashing, there's a lot of snow that's falling off of the roof that we had our storm from there a couple of days ago. We got a whole bunch of snow, and so now it's only just sliding off of the roof and onto the back porch, and you'll hear lots of crashing. Let's see what else we can get here. And I think that's the last of the bits and pieces. Yeah. We're going to be particularly gentle because they're at some sort of stage where they want to, you can tell they just want to siphon. Usually I don't have this problem. Like once the thing is depressurized itself, I'll usually let it sit for 5 or 10 minutes, even after it's depressurized. And it doesn't usually give me any problem, but everybody here is sounding angry. Yeah, we'll take our chances, do what we have to do. Sometimes when this thing is cooking, though, you'll hear all sorts of action on the inside. Sounds like some sort of bad experience in a public washroom, the way it gurgles and bubbles and boils and... Now we'll put this here in the sink. Okay, all right. Yeah, looking good. Oh, they're pretty. I gotta watch out. They're super pretty. And it's funny to see how I pack them in pretty tightly, and how much they shrank up. And that's the difference too, is like you can do this as well Like I did it raw pack, but you can indeed do it hot pack. And oh, click! I like that noise. And it what it does instead is you're again kind of parboiling them for a second, and they're getting all of their shrinkage done ahead of time. But I just find that the raw pack is easier and a little more uniform. You know. Ooh, this guy's giving me attitude. It smells good too. Oh, there's that music. I will get these last two out, and I will bring you in for a slightly closer look. I'll have to say that I'm mighty, mighty, mighty pleased with the way this is. It's the little things. There. All right, we'll get this out of the road. Put this over here. And we'll give you a closer look. All right. Look at them, aren't they pretty? Like super fantastic pretty. At any rate, we don't touch them now. We're going to let them be. We're going to let them alone until tomorrow morning at least. We're not going to play drums with them or on them. We're not going to harass or irritate them or jostle them in any way. We're just going to let them do their thing. And oh, music, that's good. If this is of any use to you, or if you would like to see more, let me know. I thank you for your time and your patience, and we will see you later on. All right? Thank you.